Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, and welcome to my session of we're going to talk about life and life insurance, that is. Life insurance, that is. I want to thank everybody for getting on today. And as you get on, please, ma'am, please, sir, please share your live. Please share your live as you get on. Now, today we have a really good topic. Um, our discussion today is going to be on accidental death insurance. Accidental death insurance, which a lot of people, hear me out, a lot of people probably have life accidental death, I'm sorry, accidental death insurance, thinking that it is actually a life insurance policy. But we're going to break everything down for you today, and I'm going to explain to you exactly what accidental death insurance really policies really are. So you'll know exactly what you have. So when something happens, you won't wait until then to find out that you really don't have what you thought you had. Okay. So we're gonna break everything down. But like I said, before we get started, let's go ahead. Please, ma'am, please, sir, please share the live. Please share the live. That's like you sharing the love. Okay. Now, before we get started, I always like to give you guys my credentials because a lot of people don't know me and they don't know that I have been doing this now for about 15 years. I've been like a licensed agent for about 15 years now. And it's going on 16 years. This year will be 16 years in November. But I have been doing this for a while now. Y'all, I'm trying to get my camera back. So y'all bear with me on this. Um, I don't know what's going on with my camera today, but I have been doing this now for about 15 years. I have been a licensed agent for 15 years. And so this is not new to me, it's true to me. Okay. Just to give you a little information about me and my background with me doing life insurance. Okay. So I'm not just getting on here and just telling you stuff just all out the blue. This stuff is stuff that I teach and preach to my clients every single day, every single day. But like I said, today we are actually going to be talking about accidental death insurance, which a lot of people really don't understand. I'm assuming because to see so many people that actually have life insurance, I mean, accidental death insurance policy, but don't necessarily have life insurance policies, that lets me know that they really don't understand what they really have. They really don't understand that. Well, we're going to get into that. But but let's go ahead and get started, y'all. This topic here, um, like I said, is really, really important for me to get the message out to the community because a lot of people don't know what they have. They really don't. So I guess the big question would be today is, should you get accidental death insurance or not? Should you get accidental death insurance or not? That's the question. Now, I know a lot of you probably, seen a lot of ads about accidental death insurance, heard a lot of things, about accidental death insurance, but is it actually worth it? Or is it something that you can actually skip? So I want you guys to stick around, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. I want to hear your opinion about it. Now, I'm trying to get on my live here so I can be able to see you guys comments when you come on, but I don't know what's going on with my system over here because it's not picking up that I'm actually on live. And I know I'm on live. I know I'm on live, but it's not picking up that I'm actually on live. So I'm trying. Okay, here we go. Oh, that one is. Let's see. Did I not put the live on my other? If I didn't, Lord have mercy on me. And apparently I didn't. When I scheduled the live, I guess I didn't put it on all of my pages. It looks like I only have it on my take it to the table page, but I don't necessarily have it on my other page. But I'm going to try to share it so it can be on both pages. My take it to the table page, and it will be on my main page. That's what I'm trying to say, on my main page. I don't know how I made that mix up. But I did, y'all. So can somebody just share the live for me? Share the live for me. If you share the live, then that'll help me with trying to figure out how to share the live from my system here that I'm using. Because apparently something is not working right. Because I don't see on my system here where I'm actually on live on my regular page. I see it where I'm on live on my Take It to the Table, but not on my regular page. Okay, there go my Take It to the Table. Let's share it. Let's share it. Let's share it. We'll share it. Okay, so I got it done. Okay, y'all. So here we go. So let's go ahead and let's talk about accidental death insurance. That's the thing that I want to talk about today. I'm going to break it down to you and explain to you guys exactly what accidental death insurance is. And I'm going to, just share with you information about accidental death so you can figure out and see whether is it worth it for you to get it. Because I can't sit here and tell you yeah or no, but I can explain to you what it is, and share to you the benefits of it. Um, and then you can figure that out for yourself, whether you think you should have it or you shouldn't have it. But we're not going to be on here long because I'm trying to get my live sessions where I'm on talking about life insurance. I'm trying to cut them back down to about 20 to 30 minutes. So we're not going to stay on long, but if you guys have any questions about anything, please feel free to comment in the comment section. And I would definitely try to answer all of your questions while we are on live, okay? I would definitely try to answer all of your questions for you. I'm trying to share my live here, y'all. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, and I will be done. Okay. And okay. Okay. So here we go. Let's break it down. What is accidental death insurance? Now, before we talk about whether it's good for you, whether it's a good idea or not, let's make sure that we're on the same page here, okay? We want to make sure we're on the same page, and I want to explain to you what accidental death insurance is. Accidental death insurance is a policy that pays you if you pass away due to an accident, like a car crash, if you have a fall at the workplace. That's what accidental death pays for. If you literally just have an accident, that's what it is. If you have an accident. Now, that sounds good, right? But here's the catch. Here's the catch. Let's just be real here. Life is so unpredictable, right? And no one plans to have an accident. But unfortunately, this can happen. We can have an accident. And when we do have an accident, they can leave our family struggling, not just emotionally, but financially. But is accidental death insurance the best option for you? All right, let's break it down. Accidental death insurance is not the same. It's not the same as regular insurance. Accidental death insurance is not the same as regular insurance. Now, with accidental death, with regular insurance, if anything happens to you, your insurance company is going to pay. Whether you have an accident, whether you die from an illness. Y'all, give me a minute. Let me respond to this text. Somebody is texting me. No. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But accidental death insurance is for an accident, but with regular insurance, no matter what happens, if you have an accident or if you have health issues and you die, your insurance policy will pay. But this is the thing, y'all. A lot of people, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. A lot of people have accidental death insurance and they think they have a real policy. I'm going to break it down for you, explain to you what you really have if you only have an accidental death policy, okay? Now, I do know that a lot of banks and credit unions, they send you out these mailers in the mail where you can sign up for these policies, these life insurance policies. But a lot of people, they don't read. When they see it and they see, you can get $1 million policy, and then you paying maybe $5 or $6 on $1 million policy, and they jumping right on it, thinking that, oh yeah, this is good, this is good. But y'all, let me tell you, y'all, this is not good. Not to have it as your only source of life insurance. This is not good. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna tell you a true story. True story. Okay, so I had this young lady contacted me, and she wanted me to go and talk with her grandmother. And her grandma, they lived in another town, and so I went and I traveled to talk with the grandmother. And so when I got to the grandmother's house, the grandmother, she had really just walked in and getting herself together. And I said, okay, well, your daughter set up this appointment for me to come out and talk with you about life insurance. And so she was like, yeah, I don't know why, because I got life insurance. Me and my husband, we good. We got life insurance. I got me $1 million policy. Right then, ding, 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 ding. As an agent, an experienced agent, a red flag went off. The light went off. I'm thinking, okay, I really need to see what she got, because I promise you, she don't have what she thinks she has. So, continuing to talk to her, I said, well, ma'am, can I sit down with you? Can I see the policy so I can look over it and explain it to you and tell you exactly what you have? And y'all, I'm telling you, she was sitting there looking all over for the policy. And that's another thing. We have to learn that important papers like that, you got to put it in places where you'll be able to get to it. If something happens, you'll be able to get to it in an instant, because you don't want to have to sit there and look and search and try to find your policy if something was to happen and you need it. So, long story short, so as she was looking for the policy, she was telling me, oh yeah, my husband, he's in ICU, and they're not expecting him to live, and he's going to die any day now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, y'all, I felt sick in my stomach when she told me that. I'm like, oh gosh, I just pray that this lady got sufficient enough life insurance. So she finally located the policy. And so, y'all, so as an experienced insurance agent, I know what to go to first and I know what to look for. And I went straight to it, and it was plain as day. Accidental death insurance. I dropped my head and I'm like, Lord, please help me tell this lady that she really don't have no insurance. She had already told me her husband was in the hospital. They expecting him to die. He was on life support and it was any day now. And I'm sitting there like, oh gosh. So I proceeded to tell her, ma'am, I'm sorry, but your insurance company, they're not going to pay you. She had $1 million policy, y'all. I said, your insurance company, they're not going to pay you because your husband is not dying from an accident. He's dying because of an illness. Y'all, that lady, no. Me and my husband, we took this policy out. You know, me and him, we took this policy out, and we had this policy now. I think she said it was about 5 years, and they went to bed one night, and she was opening the mail, and the mail came from the credit union, and it was a good policy, and she was going to get $1 million, and they was like, yeah, we gonna, y'all. But I had to tell y'all. Actually, we had to call the insurance company because she wasn't believing me. She wasn't believing what was coming out of my mouth as an experienced insurance agent. She wasn't believing me. So I had to literally call her insurance company on the phone and speak with them and let them speak with her so they could tell her that she really didn't have no policy. And so the sad thing about it, and this is another thing that I want y'all to really get. When you take out these insurance policies, you don't want to take out a policy with an agent. And some of these companies, if you're getting it from television, it's no agent. It's no personal agent. You're just going through what they call it, a customer service line where they have these people, and I'm gonna tell you, and now they're servicing the calls out overseas, the Philippines. You're talking to somebody way in the Philippines that's trying to tell you about what you got here in the US. Yeah, and that's what happened with her. So when we called the number, it was somebody in the Philippines. We were talking to somebody in the Philippines. And literally, she didn't want to hear what what the representative on the line was telling her. So I said, ma'am, can you put on the phone a supervisor? Can you put a supervisor on the phone? So the supervisor got on the phone and the supervisor told her, he said, ma'am, I'm sorry, but this is not going to pay out because your husband did not or is not dying from an injury from an accident. Y'all, when I tell you that was an experience for me, because I know a lot of times we as agents and doing this type of work, we literally put our heart into this, and we literally want to see people be that we want to see people get what they're supposed to get when it comes down to their policy so they can live on. It's already bad enough that they have to go through stuff emotionally because their loved one is dead, but then now they got to go through it financially. Y'all, when I tell you, after we hung up from that man, I had to literally pray with that lady. I had to pray for her because she started telling me, she started crying, boohoo crying, and just pouring out to me and like telling me that the home that she was living in belongs to her husband's family. And she knew that her husband's relatives, his sisters, blood sisters, didn't like her. And they were plotting anyway to put her out of the house after he died. So she was going to take that money and go and get her a place to live. But now it was no money. So she didn't know what she was going to do. She didn't even know how she was going to bury her husband because she thought that she had $1 million policy. So I had to literally calm her down. I had to pray with her. Praying was the only thing that calmed her down. We had to pray, and I prayed for her, and I said, after we prayed, I said, ma'am, the only advice I can give to you right now, the only advice I can give, you need to get in contact with whatever funeral home you're planning for them to lay your husband to rest. You need to talk with the funeral director, and y'all sit down, make up a payment plan, and that's basically it. You have to work out something with the funeral home now because you don't have a policy to lay your husband to rest. So you got to work something out, a payment plan with the funeral home. That was all advice I could give her at that point because it was too late to do anything else. And when I tell you, when I left from there, I felt so down in my spirit. I mean, that thing had bothered me and bothered me and bothered me. Y'all, when I say it bothered me for weeks, and all I could do was think about that lady, think about that lady. I even tried to call her. I think I tried to call her maybe like a couple of weeks later just to find out whether she was okay. Her phone was off. I couldn't get in contact with her. I couldn't get in contact with her. So I say all of that to say, y'all have to be mindful of these policies that y'all think y'all getting. If you really don't know, you need to contact somebody who knows. Some and don't y'all listen. And I hear this all the time. When I sit down and I talk to people about getting life insurance and I give them the quote, and they'll say, oh, well, I'm going to talk with my mama and see what my mama say about it. You know what my next question is? Oh, your mom is a life insurance agent? How your mama going to tell you that you need life insurance and what you need? How your mama going to tell you? Y'all got to stop playing with these life insurance agents and these life insurance policies. You really have to do your research and know that when you get insurance from TV, first of all, when you see these things pop up on TV and they telling you call the number, oh gosh, I can't think of the little black man who do all the advertising for this one insurance company. I'm not going to call no name. Y'all, listen, when you do business over the TV like that, guess what they got now? They got all of your personal information. And then you start getting all of these what they call robocalls. And you're wondering, oh, why am I getting so many of these telemarketing calls? Because you put your number in from something you saw on TV, and you put your number in there, and now you're getting 1 million calls. Because guess what they're doing? They're selling your information. They're selling your information. And so once they sell your information, not only is your information going to one individual, but they put your information on a list. And now they're selling that list, and they're selling it to so many different and independent insurance agents who are looking for leads. And so now you're getting 1,000,001 calls, and you're wondering why. That's why, because you fell for the okie doke. You fell for the okie doke. You gave them your information. You put your number out there. So now you're getting calls from all over the place. And okay, enough about that. But yeah, just make sure. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these mailers come from the credit unions and the banks. So just be mindful when you fill out for life insurance from a credit union or a bank or a lending institution that you have a loan or whatever with. Just make sure that it's just not accidental death insurance. And if it's accidental death insurance, at least you know it's accidental death and you're only going to get paid if you have an accident. That is the only way you're going to get paid. Now, be mindful of this too, because a lot of people don't know this. Just because they say, okay, it's accidental death insurance and you're going to get paid if you have an accident. This is another gem I'm about to drop that a lot of people don't know about accidental death insurance, y'all. So the thing about accidental death insurance, they're going to pay you if you have an accident. Yeah, if you have an accident, then yes, you'll get paid. But if you're transported to the hospital after an accident, and let's say you're transported to the hospital after an accident. Now I'm dropping some gem here, y'all. Y'all catch this. Y'all catch this. If you're transported to the hospital after an accident, now as long as your death is a direct result from the accident and it occurs within a specific time frame, meaning that if you're transported to the hospital and let's say you died maybe, and often it's like 90 to 100 days after the accident, depending on the policy. Depending on the policy, you have to read your policy to let you know what the stipulations are, okay? But let's just say you transported to the hospital, however, um, and you had a pre-existing condition that contributed to your death. Let's just say that, okay, yeah, you had the accident, you got transported to the hospital, but you're on life support. You're on life support. And you may not make it. And let's say you just happen to die, say maybe from, say you had a stroke, you had a heart attack. The insurance company don't have to pay you. You know that, right? Even though you had an accident and you in the hospital because of the accident, but you die from a heart attack, or maybe you die from a stroke. Maybe you die from something, some other pre-existing health condition that you had. They're going to do an investigation, the insurance company, and they could deny your claim. They could deny your claim because that accident was not the sole cause of your death. A lot of people don't realize that and they don't know that. That's why with this accidental death insurance, you have to be so careful with that. And y'all, because they could deny your claim if you live, say you had the accident and you live and you go to the hospital, you know, they could, it's a possibility that they could deny the claim. They could deny the claim. Okay, okay, thank you, Sister Kim. She said I have a delay. I don't know why I got, oh, maybe because I got my Bluetooth on. Let me, no, my Bluetooth is off. I don't know why I got a delay. I don't know why I have a delay. I'm sorry, y'all. If I have a delay, um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check into that. I have my technical support people check into see why I'm having a delay when I do my lives. And maybe I have to just go back to doing just a Facebook live because right now I'm on 3 different platforms. I'm on Facebook on my regular page, I'm on Facebook on my business page, and well, my Take It to the Table page, and plus I'm on YouTube. So maybe I'm gonna have to just strictly go back to doing just Facebook posts. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying about the accidental death. So yeah, we have to really be mindful when we take out these policies that we get in the mail. The mailers that we get in the mail from the credit unions, from the banks, from the lending institutions. We have to be mindful about what we're getting, because you don't want to wait until something happens like this lady and then find out that you really don't have what you thought you had. So let's start being mindful about that much of it, okay? Being mindful about that much of it, because with accidental death is only going to pay you if you're in an accident. It's not going to pay you if you have any health issues, if you have cancer, if you have a heart attack, if you have a stroke and die. They're not going to pay you. That's not what accident is. Just what it says is accidental death insurance. So if you have an accident, and then Lord forbids, if you have an accident and you got to get transported to the hospital, that's a whole another ball game. Because I promise you, if something happens to you when you die, after that, you've been transported to the hospital, they're going to do an investigation and they could deny the claim. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. That's how it works. So, y'all, if y'all have any questions, please put the questions in the comment section for me down here. I want to hear what y'all thoughts are on this, because I know y'all got some thoughts on this. I've seen nobody saying nothing. Y'all, wait a minute. Okay, well, y'all did say something. I just have to I have to read my comments here, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay, here you go. I had to turn it down. Okay, so Kim says my heart goes out to her. And Deaconess Bannister said, everyone, they better make sure their mothers have insurance policies so that you can lay her to rest. Exactly. Thank you, Kim. They better make sure the mothers have, and that's a whole nother session. We'll talk about that too. Making sure that your parents are laid to rest respectfully. That's the topic that I'm going to talk about with that one. So that'll be another session, Sister Kim. But thank you so much for bringing that up, because yeah, they need to know that. And then we need to know too, for those that have well, not necessarily teenagers, but young adult kids that are out here and they just graduate, like say from college or whatever, and they're just out there and they barely got jobs, and some of them probably don't have jobs. But we need to make sure that they are protected too. They are covered, because if something was to happen to them, guess what? That burden lies back on the parents. The parents have to take care of that burden. A lot of parents don't realize that. Yeah, if something was to happen to your young adult child that's out there with no insurance, the responsibility falls back on the parent. Yes, that's a whole nother session. Let's see who else we have here. Kim says, then you have some insurance company don't explain it the right way. No, they're not going to explain it the right way, because first of all, that's a whole nother session. We'll talk about that one on another one too, because you need to know the difference between term life and whole life. Term life and whole life. Term life and cash value insurance, which is whole life. So I'm going to explain that one session to you all, so you all can understand the difference between the two. The difference between the two. And then I'll let you determine and decide on which one you think is best for you and your family. But any questions, y'all? Kim said the problem with getting insurance, people are worried about what's going to be left over for them when their loved one pass away. Well, and if you have a family, that's a good question. That's a good question. If you're going to be left behind with if your spouse died and you're going to be left behind with a whole lot of children. Yeah, you need to be worrying about how much money going to be left over. And another thing too, why take all your money and put it into the ground? That's a whole nother session. Yeah. But good, yeah, that's a good comment. Good comment. Does anybody else have any questions for me about accidental death insurance? Anything you want to know about accidental death insurance? Please ask me right now. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions for you. Um, because I think that a lot of us have these accidental death policies, and we think we have real insurance policy, life insurance policies, but we don't. But we don't. So that's why I wanted to get on and I want to share this information with you guys. So I didn't want something to happen and then you find out that you don't have what you thought you had, because now it's too late. It is definitely too late. Like the lady that I just told you guys about. If y'all got on late and didn't hear the story about the lady that I shared the information about earlier, please go back and watch the replay on this live, because I think that happens to a lot of us, a lot of us. And by the time we find out that we don't have what we think we have, it's too late. Now, y'all, let me give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out right now to all of my sponsors. Lavish Cocktails by Toya, which is a mobile bartending service. She does weddings, wedding receptions, private events, birthday parties, date nights, and more. You can book her by calling her at 864 area code 523-2065. And you can check out her Facebook page, LaToya, or at Lavish Cocktails by Toya. And then we have Laquan, or for those of you that are looking for a DJ for your special event, there's no DJ better than DJ Q on the ones and twos. He caters to the young and the old. He has a state-of-the-art equipment, and he can turn any event into a party of a lifetime. He's DJ for several schools, for school proms, school dances, school sporting events. He's DJ for weddings, wedding parties, receptions, church events, corporate events, private events, brunch parties, community events. You name it, he can do it. Only book him for your next event if you want your guests to have a good time and the time of their lives. They will never leave the dance floor with DJ Q running the show. Go book him on Facebook at DJ Q at Original Sounds. Entertainment. He's at DJ Q at ORRIGINAL, Original Sounds Entertainment. And those are two of our sponsors that we are shouting out tonight. Now, for those of you that would like a free quote on some real life insurance, y'all just inbox me. All I need is your date of birth, and if you're a smoker or non-smoker, and if you're male or female. Just inbox me and I'll be more than happy to give you a free quote. And guess what? You never know until you ask. You don't know whether insurance is too expensive unless you find out whether it is. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Just because you got a quote from one company, that don't mean the quote that you're going to get from all the other companies are going to be the same. So you have to shop around. And I tell you this, I know one thing for sure, one thing for certain, and two things for sure. At my company, I know we give the lowest rates, point blank, period. So send me your date of birth, your whether you're a smoker or not, and if you're a male or female, and I'll be more than happy to send you out a free quote. If you want to find out more information about all the other services that we do, we help people with mutual funds. We help you build generational wealth. So if you want to find out about investing and mutual funds, we have a Zoom that we do once a month on a Saturday morning at 9:00. I can send you the date. I can send you the Zoom link. You can jump on and you can learn all about mutual funds. You can learn all about mutual funds. And at the end of the Zoom, my upline, if you're interested in investing, he will be more than happy to take your information and he will contact you and you can set up a one-on-one with him so you can start doing some investing. Y'all, with this economy going the way it's going, the way things are going right now in the White House, y'all, everybody need to start putting their money into some type of investment. 401k, if you got a 401k plan, let us help you. If you're getting ready to retire, we can turn that 401k into a pension for you. Y'all, because 401k, I don't know if y'all got 401ks. I don't know if y'all went and checked the balance lately, but for the last couple of weeks, I've I've seen some horror stories. So if you got a 401k, you might need to check on your balance. And you might need to start thinking about transferring that money over to something that is going to be a little more stable than what you have it in. We can help you with that. We can definitely help you with that. So you can contact me, you can inbox me, and I will hook you up with my upline, and he will set everything up for you, and he can make sure that your money is in a secure place because the way things are going right now, and y'all, y'all, get ready, get ready, get ready. That's all I gotta say. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Because you think it's bad now, it's gonna get worse. But if you're already prepared, it's not going to affect you if you're prepared. Like they said, the early bird gets the worm. So you be the early bird so you can get the worm. Because if you wait, it's going to be too late. Don't wait. Don't mess around with your future. Don't mess around with your income. Don't mess around with your money because times are going to get, yeah, y'all know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, and we are always looking for people to come join us in business, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all, I love, love, love what I do because I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna help other people and I'm gonna help them and make sure that if something was to happen to them or their families, I'm gonna make sure that they can live on. They're covered. I'm going to make sure that they build generational wealth. So I love what I do. So if you want to help people the way I'm helping people, we are always looking for new agents. If you're looking to make some extra income, if you're looking just to change your career in general, get into the financial service business. You can't go wrong in the financial, not these days of times you can't go wrong in the financial service business. So get into the financial service business. Y'all, contact me. Shoot me. If you got my phone number, shoot me a text, call me. If you inbox me, send me a private message into my inbox, Facebook, contact me, and I will hook you up with you having another source of income, a second income. You want to make a little extra money, or if you want to change your career and get into the financial service business, I can definitely help you with that. And even if you get into the business and it's not really to really go out and just do anything outside of the business, at least with the knowledge, you having the knowledge so you can help your family members. That's the main thing. You want to help your family get right because times are getting hard, y'all. Times are getting hard. So you want to make sure that you and your loved ones are secured. You and your loved ones have built some generational wealth. You and your loved ones don't have to worry about if something was to happen to one of y'all that you're not properly protected. So if you only do it for that reason, if you only come into the business just for that reason to make sure your family is straight, that's even worth it. So contact me, send me a message in my inbox, or you can contact me if you have my phone number. You can send me a text or give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to sign you up. And we don't just sign you up and put you out there. We hold your hand and we make sure that you know what you know, what you know. We're going to help you along the way. Okay. Y'all, that's all I have. Thank y'all for joining me. And I will see you guys on Today is Thursday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and we're going to have a whole new subject to talk about. And I will let you know in advance what that topic will be. But I want y'all to share this live because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of y'all, a lot of people that y'all know that have accidental death insurance and they think they have a real policy, but they don't. So share this live so they can see and they can hear it from a professional. Hear it from a professional, because if you go to them and try to tell them, they're not going to sit and believe you. But if they can hear it and see it for themselves, then they'll understand. So share this live, y'all. Share it. Thank y'all for getting on, and I will see y'all on my next session. Y'all have a good one.